Hello and welcome to today's mobility and core workout. My name is Coach Candace. I am pumped to have you here with me in my studio today. All you're going to need for today's workout is a lacrosse ball or a hard ball, as well as a foam roller. For the next 15 minutes, we're going to be focusing on recovery, getting into the body, into those tight, sore spots, as well as really activating the core, because that's our center. If you have any questions, or if you have any injuries and need any modifications, place the questions or whatever in the chat, and I'd be happy to get back to you as soon as I can and provide you with a modification. Now, if you are injured and are told to avoid something, don't do it. And before we begin, feel free to go shop online at www.plantx.ca or .com. Use my 10% off discount code CandaceJ10 at checkout to receive 10% off your plant-based groceries, and they'll even ship them right to your door. All right, hop into something comfy. Join me on your mat. What we're gonna do is start standing. I want you to reach down for your feet. Take a nice big inhale. Get your feet nice and wide. Wiggle around those hips. And we're gonna work those arms all the way up towards the ceiling with a nice big inhale. Bring your hands together, reach up for the sky as tall as you can, coming up onto your tiptoes. And then exhale, squat all the way down, reach down for those toes. When you're down, you can either have your foam roller in front of you or a bench or chair. And then I want you to just get down to a nice, low, deep squat, keeping those heels and feet on the ground. You can also use like a door beam, or if you have a beam in your house or whatever, use it, or chair. And then bring, if you can, your elbows inside those knees into a yogi squat. Keeping those heels planted. If you're up here and you're like, this is as low as I can get, stay there. Do the best that you can, okay? We're gonna stay in our yogi squat. Maybe bringing those feet a little bit wider. And then bring your hands down to the ground, lift your hips up, and you're gonna feel a nice stretch in those hamstrings. Bring your right hand to your right foot, reach up toward the ceiling, bring your chest up, and then you're gonna reach down your left side of your body. And we're just gonna make circles. So walk your hands towards your right, circles up, and down. Let's switch direction. When you reach that right foot, walk around to your left, reach the arms up, and around. And bring your hands back to center, hands on hips, head comes a blast. All right, hips are feeling good, legs are feeling a little bit loose, roll those shoulders back. Nice big arm circles, pointing your thumb back, drawing those shoulder blades together, keeping your eyes forward. And let's go forward arm circles. Nice and controlled. And come step all the way back to the edge of your mat. Reach up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands down. Walk your hands out to a high plank. You can stay here or drop down to your knees and hold. We got 30 seconds. And I'm holding that plank. All right, from here, you can push your butt up towards the ceiling, heels back. One, drop your right heel down, keep your left heel up, left knee bent, and then switch it back and forth into our downward facing dog. Bring those feet wide, as wide as your mat, maybe bringing those toes in, showing a nice stretch in your calves, keeping your head between your shoulder blades. I want you to walk your feet up a little bit closer to your hands. Back down to our yogi squat. Eyes forward. Move around slightly, getting into your hips. Feel free to grab water at any time, even when you're down here. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Keep your butt down if you can. Bring both hands back to center. Left arm up. Hands down. Hips up towards hands back to your hips. All right, now we're gonna go down to all fours, practicing through some cat-cow and some thoracic mobility. And I said we were gonna use the ball, but I think we'll use that last, just so that way you can use this before any activity or after. Hands underneath your chest, knees stacked underneath your hips, curl the toes under, drop that belly down, shoulder blades back, eyes up towards the ceiling, feel a nice expansion to that ribcage as you breathe. And exhale, send that chin to your chest. Pushing through that upper back. Breathing through your core. Wiggling around. Let's do one more. And bring everything back to neutral. Now from here, you can bring your big toes to touch and knees a little bit wider. Left hand comes to the center of your mat, right underneath your chest. Right hand behind your head. Bring those elbows together. And then inhale up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, elbows together. Inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Just move with that tempo. We got about 10 repetitions per side. Great job. Expanding through the chest. Let's switch sides. Right hand underneath your chest. Left elbow kisses the right. Inhale, reach that left side up. Kick your hips towards your right side. So that way you can actually create space in your torso. Keep breathing. Hold each one for 2 to 3 seconds. Back down, one more. Great, bring both hands back underneath your chest. You're gonna stack those hips again, knees underneath your hips. And now send your right foot back as far as you can. Press your heel away from you and feel a nice stretch in your calf. Now from here, you're gonna look over your left shoulder, kick your hips towards your right, and just expand through that side oblique. We're not going to hold this for too long, because we're going to go right down to the other side. So stack those knees again, left heel back, look towards your right. And try to look at your foot, and hold for at least 5 seconds. We're going to move through the stretch. Push your heel back as far as you can. If you want to hold it longer, you can. We're here for at least a minute. Maybe pushing your heel towards your right or towards your left, and alternate. You've got to really expand through your core, really focus on keeping your hands right underneath your chest. One more each side. Awesome. All right, bring those knees nice and wide. Sit back to your heels. Walk your hands out as far as you can. Spread those fingertips and claw into your fingertips if you can. Inhale through your chest. Exhale, round through, come forward. Bring those hips forward, squeezing your glutes. Come back to your child's pose. And bring those hands a little bit wider through to cobra. One more time. Awesome. All right. Bring those knees back under. Grab some water if you'd like. We're going to come into our 90-90 position. So if you have a pillow, feel free to grab it and you can place it underneath your knee. Depending on your surface, You may be on a nice rug and then your yoga mat, that always works. But you may want to place a pillow underneath your knee so it's more of a passive stretch. Relax that back foot. Bring your left knee out a little bit wider if you need the support. You're going to place your elbow onto your knee, and all you're going to do is squeeze your right glute and really try to push that knee and squeeze your glute, driving your core. Really feel a stretch. And hold and breathe wherever you feel you need. Got it. Feel free to bring that right hand down, opening up into your knee. If you're opening up, really try to turn your chest towards your knee to feel an even deeper stretch into your hip flexor. And then we're going to move through this, so bring your left hand down, bring your toe to ceiling, hold this for about 10 seconds into your hamstring stretch. You can stay up here and make any adjustments, and then come back through to our hip flexor. Hip flexors to hamstrings. Just back and forth. And we're going to switch sides. Alright, still got the roller to use. Just got a minute on this side. Hip flexor. And again, start up here. I don't want to force it. It's actually more effective to breathe in up here if it's feeling really tight as opposed to overstretching. Then whenever you're ready, come through the hamstring. Hip flexor. Hamstring. Awesome. All right, coming back up. Now we're gonna grab that foam roller. Place that ball somewhere. We're just gonna get into that back. So you can sit on the foam roller and just get into those glutes a little bit. Back and forth. You may want some support close by, but ideally you're gonna work yourself through this next minute. Roll into that lower back, pulling those shoulder blades away from your ears, and then into your upper back. So you may want to support with your hands as much as you can, or support your neck by taking your hands and just applying support, not pressure. Open up to your upper back, or you can even come place your glutes on the mat and just go back and forth and hold. I do encourage you to try to look over your shoulder and into your lats. And look over your left shoulder. And then you got about 30 more seconds to just keep going on that posterior chain. Hopefully yours is not as spiky as mine. Feel a little bit tender today. If you got a softer foam roller, that's always best to start with. That feels really good. All right, so we've got the back, we've got the chest, we've got everything except for our feet. And our feet do all the work for us all the time. So what you're gonna do is just stand on the ball, and you're gonna place it right by your heel. And we're gonna roll your ball from your heel to your toes, heel to toe. But start with your big toe, back and forth. If there's any tender areas, just really stand on that ball and just work with it. Back and forth, heel to toe. And then you can bring it to your little toe. And this is where we're gonna end it off. So once you're done one foot, go to the other foot for at least 30 seconds per side. And that was it for today. So if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, my name is Coach Candace, and I'd be happy to help you with any of your health and fitness goals. So leave a comment in the chat, and I hope to see you in the next video.